3 words for Robbie. He's such a complicated character. It's hard to describe him in 3 words, but
he's very humble, friend and competitor.
Passionate, determined, and decent bloke. I know it's not a word, but too bad.
Very calm. He's very skilled, and I think he's quite underrated as a player and a person as well.
If you ever play with him in a game of cricket, and as the umpires will tell you, he's in your face 24/7. He loves the game of cricket.
I think Robbie's one of the characters of great cricket, and he has been for goodness, 500 games worth. So
he's a lovely fella, and I've learned a lot from Robbie, but he also competes fiercely, and you have to do that to be able to play at a high level for 27 odd years.
Some blokes that play it for advancement, some blokes that play it for all types of reasons. He's just a guy that absolutely loves cricket. If he had a spare moment, he'd be playing cricket. So.
What stood out about Robbie is how generous with his time he is, and how kind he is, and how welcoming he is. Almost everyone in the club's been here less time than he has, or everyone who's still involved, and I'm certainly one of them. I joined the club 3 years ago as a scorer. I knew absolutely no one, and I remember it was Rob who really went out of his way to get to know me, to introduce me to everyone, and to make sure I felt welcome at the Bears, and I've felt welcome ever since.
Rob is a really great coach and an influence to all the girls here at the club. It's great to learn from someone who's been here for so long and loves the game as much as he does.
He's a great role model for us girls to not only learn from but to listen to. We're so grateful for the opportunity to have such a good coach that has been devoted to the club for so long.
I played against Rob only once when I was 18, and I slog swept his brother, Glenn, over Rob's head at deep mid-wicket. I was a bit nervous. And Rob said some awful things to me from deep mid-wicket, and then I joined the club the next year, and I didn't know what to expect, but he couldn't have been nicer to me on my first day. So,
the one I will tell is the one where I was playing against Rob, and I got him out caught and bowled. I don't think he's ever got me out, so it was a low full toss and it was an easy caught and bowled.
the biggest memory I have of Rob with cricket probably be him playing Green Shield at Waverley Oval. Watching him get hit in the head by a bouncer not wearing a helmet, and then vomiting all the dinner up on the way home, and then ending up in Westmead Hospital with a fractured skull.
Yeah, so there's one funny story of Robbie which sums him up in a nutshell. We were playing out at Hawkesbury, middle of nowhere. Good hour drive for most of the boys. We're driving out, and there's Robbie in his full kit, bowling in these random synthetic nets in some paddock. And we're like, what the hell is that? Get to the ground, and everyone's like, hey, did you guys see Robbie just bowling in the nets out there? And they're like, yeah, what the hell's the go with that? Robbie comes in, he's sweaty, ready to go. We're like, Rob, mate, what on earth were you doing out of those nets? He goes, I've just driven past these nets for years and they look like a really good nets to bowl in. I just wanted to have a bowl in the nets. We're like, what on earth goes through this guy's head? But like, that's how much he loves cricket. And that's what we love about him. Like, at the age of 43, I think when that happened, he just wanted to fancy him bowl having it in a syntho net, like out in Western Sydney. Like, it's awesome. And that is what we love about Robbie.
One of the funniest things I remember of Rob, we were playing Randwick at North Sydney in a one-day game. Robbie was batting about 6 or 7. We lost 3 quick wickets, and I remember Robbie walking out to the middle of North Sydney with his pads in his hand, all the white pads, and he had clads, and he just sat in the middle of the ground, about to bat, put his pads on, and then went and batted, and I reckon he got 50 on. It was just bizarre.
It's been obviously amazing over 20 years now. To play at the level he's played for such a long period of time and still be doing it so well, still be so competitive and so good at what he does after all this time, it's probably the biggest thing.
Well, he's always been my bigger brother, so he's always been a character of inspiration. Just the way he goes about everything. He's a really hard-working character, he's a real humble guy. If anyone's ever met Rob, they've liked Robbie. Like, he's just the type of bloke that has never had too big a head. He's the first bloke to try and help you out. So now I've got all the time in the world for Rob, and I guess just everything about the way he goes about his cricket and the person he is, I think, is all inspirational to me. As the bigger brother, always wanted to be a bit like him, and I've tried my best.